I guess I got to turn my microphone on. Wow, one of those mornings. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today's Friday. This was non-form payroll Friday, so we know there was some significant movement in the market. The purpose of this call today is just to do some live, trading. That's what we're going to do. I'm getting a little bit of feedback back. Is that coming on me? Okay. And so on this call, I'm going to be doing some coaching. I'll be sipping some coffee. If you guys have been catching my live this week, we've been talking about Kingdom Digital Nomads, which has been taking off, the ability to learn the skill sets to follow a proven system. And we'll talk about the 2 hour workday, which is pretty significant. And we're going to mix that with actually what we're doing with Kingdom Day Traders in day trading and coaching. So I want you guys to look at the time. Right now, for me, it's 9:27 a.m. We're going to see how much money is in the markets possibly within the next 30 minutes. Now, remember, we make some money in the next 30 minutes. That doesn't mean that our day is over, but it does go to show that we can do other things. And so one of the Kingdom Digital Nomad lifestyles is having the flexibility and the ability to do what you want to do to make an impact. Now, I do want to say happy 4th to everybody. This was the 4th of July weekend, by far one of my most favorite holidays. It doesn't beat Christmas, but this is one of the ones that's up there. But we're going to be checking this out. So let me pull up the chart. I want to look at NQ. You guys let me know what you see. I have my phone on the right, so I'm looking at myself speak to see if it's making some sense. Is it showing up? Good. And good morning, Miss Victoria. How you doing this morning? We're going to be checking out this NQ, and in this NQ, I'm going to see if we can find some doggone money. You guys ready? So first things first, I always like to know what's going on with my chart. I'm going to have the volume profile up. We'll put up the VWAP as well. I also want to do market sessions just to see where the market has been when I was sleeping. Okay. And I'm going to zoom up to a higher time frame because that's always good. And my gracious, look at that candle, ladies and gentlemen. It is huge with a capital H. Yes. So we're looking at this particular candle right here as well. And the reason I'm doing this is a lot of times people want to see you day trade, right? They want to know, like, okay, what does trading look like? How does that happen? And so let me just clear some of this stuff out. As I do that, and I think we got one of the girls screaming in the background. So yeah, that's the free, typical family lifestyle, right? We got a baby screaming in the back. We're trying to day trade and make it happen. Okay. So we're looking at this one candle right here on the day time frame. And as I do that, I want to look at the 1 hour chart as well. And what I'm trying to identify is what happened during the Tokyo session, what happened during London session, and what possibly can happen during the New York session. Does everybody see this? So I have my boxes in place. And as I have my boxes in place, it's trying to give me a gauge of what's going on. And so what we want to do is actually zoom in on this one candle right here as well, which is this particular candle for New York. And so I'm going to go to the 15-minute, and I want to see what are the details in the 15-minute. Does that make sense? And so everybody look at this one. We have the New York session. It opened at 9:30. So the market's been open right about an hour and some change. The candles that are pretty significant is right here. And it's almost like this was a U-turn. Let me just point at it. Now, my students will know what this is. We call this a drop-based rally. Oh, Ms. Victoria, you said the screen's not showing. Thank you for showing that. I thought the screen was showing. Thank you so much, because I would have went the whole teaching doing that, right? So good. We got some more people coming on here. You guys type in the chat if you guys are getting some value. We're going to have a good time, okay? So everybody watch this. We have this zone, which is a drop-based rally right here as well. You guys see this? And I'm going to draw it out for you. And that's a good demand zone. And it looks like right around that time, the market took off and went up here. And so what we're trying to find out is it going to be a continuation to the upside? And if it is, can we profit off the market? Now, I'm going to zoom into the 1 minute. And what I'm wanting to find out is, because I'm doing some scalping right here as well, we see that we have this candle. Does everybody kind of see this 3 candle formation? One candle right here, a long candle, and then this green one right here as well. Everybody see that? I'm going to put that in purple because that represents something called the fair value gap. And what that simply means is the institutions would typically drive to go back in this gap between these candles about 50%. And so if you see it came here one time, two, three, a wick right here as well. Now, what we want to identify as we're scalping is we want to find out in this area, should we be looking to go long or short based on the information that's being presented. I'm also looking at this area right here as well. And this area is called a point of control. You guys see that? PLC. And so since it's called the point of control, I want to identify, is this a place that I should possibly get in? Now, remember, I'm going live right now. I'm going to do a particular scalp as we speak, and I'm trying to find out, does it make sense? So let's just say if I look at this setup, we've been there one time, two times, three. Is there something that's going to push the market up in this area? And is there a potential wall that I can run into? So I like what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and check this out. And we're going to see if we can get in an order. You guys ready? All right, I just jumped in. I'm up $25. You guys seeing that? 80, 95, 110. Come on, this is live, folks. 155, 185. Boom, 215. I'm going to take it. Somebody tell me that you saw that live. Come on now. I'm doing this stuff live. I'm showing you guys, putting this skill together. Now, here's where we're running into and why I took it early. I'm scalping. I'm doing this on a 1 minute time frame. I see that there's a wall right here as well. You guys see that there's a wall. And so I was being very cautious of this wall. Now, look at what's happening. This candle shot up into this area. Now, potentially it could shoot back up, but I want to find out, because when I look to my left, meaning this area right here, I'm seeing that we got to pay attention, because we don't want to be buying when we should be selling. Does that make some sense? So we always have to use wisdom as we're trading. Is this making sense? Somebody tell me that you're getting blessed off of this one, right? That was $200 that was made very quickly. Now, I'm going to zoom out a little bit as well, because we might be able to get a good reversal where the sellers are actually, or the buyers are being trapped. It's not there yet. I'm looking at it, so I want to kind of zoom out. As we see, we're still in a little bit of an uptrend, but this candle looks like it's getting exhausted. And what I mean by exhausted is that we have this tail at the bottom, a little tail at the top. We don't know if it's going to keep on pushing. So instead of forcing it, we want to see, is there momentum that's going to get built up? Is this helping somebody, right? Is this momentum? And on this momentum, it's going to let us know. So look at what's going on with this candle, right? We're seeing this on the 5 minute. We're wanting to see, is something happening? So again, I'm not going to jump in yet because I'm seeing red. I truly want to get a rejection going on, but I am looking at these wicks. You guys see it. I'm looking at these wicks. Look at that structure that's going on. We see it? So what we do is we want to see a little bit of a fake, maybe coming to this red line, push back up. And if we can get that, we might have a good entry to actually change directions. Now, initially you saw that I was buying, but we are in a sell zone. So once I get this alert that I have set up, I'm going to go ahead and take that, maybe throw in one contract. And this one contract can let me know that, hey, maybe this might be a seller's market, right? All right, so let's look at it. Okay, that's what I like to hear. All right, I'm doing one contract. You guys ready? All right, I'm live in this one. I'm going to see if we can get some type of sweep below right here as well. That'd be nice. I'm up $45, $75, $80. It's going back and forth. And again, we're scalping right now. What scalping means is we're trying to find direction. So I'm not married to one particular direction in the trade. Whatever presents itself, I'm looking to take it. I have my stop loss up here. We're up $110. That's 90 right here as well. Remember, I've been talking about the Kingdom Digital Nomad lifestyle, right? And so one of the things in this lifestyle is being able to make money where you're not having to trade time for money. Does that make sense? So I'm on this trade live. You're seeing what's going on. We're up $5. It's been going back and forth. I want to catch some type of impulse down, and then I'll lock in funds. And look at that, folks. Boom. I just grabbed $295. Tell me you saw that. I just grabbed $295. Who saw it? Come on now. I don't have more people talking to me. I'm having fun right now. Now, as I'm looking into this, what I am paying attention to, are we going to run into any type of walls? So look at this one right here as well. We have a zone that goes from here to here. You guys see that? Let me change it in green. There's a lot of buying that was going on right around here, selling above. And so what I'm doing is I'm teaching people to trade between zones to zones, right? And so I'm wanting to see, should we catch a trade in here? Okay, I'm looking. Now, the area that we're at is almost like this is a wall, right? Right around that 24.95 area. I'm looking at a different screen. I'm going to do this right here as well. I'm going to do an Alt-H. Let me go back to it. 24.95. Let's go right around here. And look what happened, ladies and gentlemen. It kind of bounced around this area. And this is what we have to pay attention to. I had a talk with my son earlier. Whenever you're trading, a lot of times you don't know what you're running into. And that's how you lose money, because you don't know, is this an area that takes off, right? And so this yellow line kind of represents a magnet, right? And it's an area that prices kind of bounced off on. And so what I'm trying to see is, can I trade off of this area, or can I get some rejection off of it? Now, would be a pretty good setup to me would be this. Maybe we get this candle to perhaps go up here to get some rejection, and I sell down here, right? So if I wanted to, I can get a potential sell limit. And again, look how it's just bouncing back and forth. It's moving. One thing when you're trading futures moves very, very fast. And so if you're going to be trading futures, you have to know what you're looking at. Because if you don't know what you're looking at, you can jump in at the wrong time, and in the wrong time lose money, and you didn't have to lose that money. Is that making sense, everybody? Let me just give a pause on this one, right? Because I wanted to go live and show this to people, because I always have people saying, hey, coach, how do you trade? What's going on? And so when we talk about Kingdom Digital Nomads, this is just one of the many skills. Here's a reality, folks. Trading works when you're trading in a surplus. It doesn't work when you're trading when you need the money. I've found for myself that if I needed to make money, that was one of the worst times to trade. And as I'm speaking, I'm looking at this at the same time. So don't just think that I'm just talking right here as well. Now, what I'm looking for is, I want to see this candle go deep into this zone, and I'm going to look to sell if it comes in here, right? That potentially could pay out some good money. I just have to be patient. Are you guys tracking with me? Look at this candle, right? We're zooming in. We're looking at the 1 minute. Let's kind of zoom out a little bit. And we're trying to see. Now, look at this red candle right here as well, right? Look at how it took all the orders that came out. And in essence, we might have a reversal pattern, but we don't jump in too quickly, because the fake out can also come as well. And look at what's going on right now as well. It shot down, almost left a shadow. This looked like it was pushing up, and it looks like it's going down. So if I'm looking to scalp, I'm really zooming in this particular area, and I'm asking myself, can I make some money here? Let's try it out. I'm jumping in. I just put an order in this one. Now, I might get some rejection. I have my stop loss right above here, so it might have been a little premature. Let's check it out. But normally, if there's a shadow, that tells me that this might be an area that I can pay attention to. You guys understand this? Now, I do have my stop here, right? I've kind of moved it down. So if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose quickly. I'm not going to stay in it forever. Okay? What I'm wanting to see is this going to be a bounce back. Now, look at it. I'm down minus 155. This could shoot up. Let me move it a little bit closer, because if I'm wrong, I'd rather just get out quickly. Are you guys seeing that? Now, this is the part of trading where people need the biggest help, right? How do you take losses? How do you do something where you say, listen, it's working well, but what if I'm wrong? And that can happen. And look at that, folks. We'll get stopped out. Boom, it just hit it. So I just took a stop. So since I took a stop, I don't have to boo-hoo about it. I just have to say, okay, you jumped in a trade, it didn't reverse. You're still in a sell zone. Is this still a good area? Now, from a mental standpoint, Normally you're going to want to go and get your money back. There's just something in us that says, I lost, I want to go and get my money back. But I'm going to tell you, don't take this stuff personal, man. It's just a part of the game. So look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I took a short-term loss. We're right around here. This is a sell zone, right? And I'm wanting to see, should I get back in? Should I wait? How can this thing play out? Now look what happened. It came right back into the area. Here we might get a reversal pattern. And if we do, look at that, folks. It's shooting up. So check this out. As I'm looking at it, I see that this candle wants to violate this zone. If it does, meaning that it breaks above it, I no longer will be looking for sales. I'm going to start looking for buys. So watch this. I'm going to close this off. I'm going to close this one. And what I'm wanting to see now is, because it looks like we're sticking in an uptrend, is instead of me chasing this candle, I want to see this bounce back, possibly in here, so that I can take it to the upside. Are you guys tracking with me? I want to see it pull back, because if it does, that's going to be my entry point. So my entry point possibly can be in this zone that got violated. Hopefully this is helping somebody. So far, we went up almost 500 in a day to trade. We gave back about 3 on this last one, so we're +2. And I'm looking to find out, can I get some type of rejection around this zone where I can possibly enter the trade again? So let's check this out and let's see if it plays off. Notice this candle has shot above here. I'm looking to do a market execution if it comes in. I see that this candle has shot up and came down. So I'm looking to find out, are the sellers trapped? Is this going to be a good place of entry for the buyers? That I don't know yet. I'm zooming out to a higher time frame to really see what's the bigger picture. And with the bigger picture, it's going to let me know, should I hold off? Should I look to get in? Is this going to be a good reversal point? We do not know yet. And so in trading, you can have some levels of uncertainty, right? There's some things that you just have no control over, no control. But there also are things that you do have control over. And so when I look at this setup, and again, that's one thing that I teach as well, take your setup every single time. It came back to my zone. I'm going to go in for a buy. And I have my stop loss in place. You guys see this? So if it falls, I know where it can go. I want to move that stop a little bit in here. And I like this area because it revisited this area. Does that make sense? So I am modifying my stop, because in my stop, I don't want to give it too much breathing room, but just a little bit of breathing room. And I want to see, can I catch some type of explosive move? But it is going to require me to be patient. So look at what happened, ladies and gentlemen. We're up about $65, $95. We want to see, can this area break out of here, which would be great. Again, nothing to get too excited about right now because we don't know. We want to look at to the left, like this arrow right here as well. And as we're looking to the left, we just want to see, can we break out of this zone? So potentially this could be a potential good take profit area if we could break past that high, right? That'd be pretty good. That'd be at the 25.4450 mark. And again, we don't know. Now, one of the things to do is also to trail your stop, because we're in profit. So we don't want to allow it to get so much in profit that we don't, we take out the breathing room. So again, when you can have a risk-free trade, those are always good. But you're also being aware that this could shoot down. And that's just a part of the game. From what I'm seeing on my other screen, it looks like the sellers are trapped. And so since that's the case, we want to see if we can catch some good open movement. Now, you guys seeing this live as we speak, we're up 145, went back and forth to 85. And all I'm doing is I want to get it some breathing room. I would love it to get to 20.4450, which would be great. And then I believe that I'll call it a day once I do that. So let's everybody look at this candle. That's $190, 205. Let's get a 225. Come on, give me another $5 move. Let's see it clear above that high 245. Who's tracking with me right now? 260. Looks like it's getting close. It's going back and forth. And that's what's crazy, man, when it's impulse and back and forth. I think if I get another impulse, I'll take it. But I am being aware of what's going on. And then sidebar. Only trade with money that you can afford to lose. Does everybody understand this? I have to say this as well. I'm not a licensed professional, so I cannot tell you to trade. I cannot. This is what we're looking at. This is a demo. Yep. So this is for education purposes. If you trade with live money, you can lose your money, you can win money. And this is a perfect example. As I've been talking, it shot up to 200 and now it's down to $5 and $10 and $30. So look at what happened of how the market shifted. What I like about this example is this is exactly why when you're scalping like this, when the money presents itself, take the money. And again, of course, you got to have an income goal or a daily goal. So I'm well within the range. I'm not doing anything out of the scope that I don't normally do, but I am very aware of what the market is showing and producing. Is this making sense, everybody? So right now we're plus 85. We have our stop below. We would love to get a good impulse up, but also we're aware that we could get an impulse down. And if we were to lose, we want to be able to lose quickly. We're not going to take it personal. We understand without risk, there's no reward. So if you're looking to day trade, that's one thing that you're going to have to tell yourself, yes, I want to be able to make money, which is fine. But then also I'm risking. And so no risk, no reward. So one of the key things that we teach on for Kingdom Day Traders is risk management, right? And so we talk about something called the 3 M's: mindset, multiplication, and management. And I would say by far the management piece is key. Now look at it, folks. We're right back to where we were. And it should shoot up to the 20, 44, 50, which would be nice. Now, when I'm trading, I don't trade in guarantees. I trade in what the market is producing. You might be saying, well, coach, why are you going to this mark? Because this was a high point that we had here. So I want to see, is the market going to revisit that and take out that high? And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We just got our order filled. So you guys just saw me go live and make $500 live. And I haven't been on this. Let me go back to the recording. I've been on here for 24 minutes and 24 minutes, 56 seconds. Can everybody see that? Put a 7 in the chat if you guys are getting some value. I know we have some eyes on here. Don't be quiet. Like, take some notes, see what I'm looking at. Let's see if we can find some more money. But look at this, folks. I was able to take out that high. And now as we look at it, we see that we're having a reversal come in here as well. Are you guys seeing that? I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. I'm only trading off of this because I'm scalping. Now, I want to clear all of this stuff up, right? Let's just take it from scratch. A lot of people always ask, so coach, what are you looking at? How are you doing that? And so check this out. I want to go back here, which this was, what is that? July 5th? No, that's today. I'm sorry. Right here. Let's go to Wednesday. And I want to kind of show you guys something, right? Very important. I'm going to put 2 lines out, and these lines are going to represent where the market was on Wednesday before 4th of July. You guys see that? And the reason I'm doing this, it kind of set the expectation of where the markets can go. So everybody, we're looking at this one candle right here as well. Okay? This candle. You guys see that? So that was Wednesday. And then Wednesday, look at what happened, folks. Friday, and look at how the market has opened above, right? So, if you're taking some notes, I'll teach you a little bit. We're in an uptrend, right? And since we're in an uptrend, we are only looking to take buys overall. Now, when you're scalping, it's a little bit different because you're trying to go back and forth and really find out what is the market presenting. So overall, I believe we're in an uptrend, but I can zoom in to lower time frames and really see what the market is producing. And remember, these dotted lines represent where the candle was the previous day. And notice we've been trading above these lines. Is this helping somebody? Let me go back and forth, right? You guys talk to me. Shout out to Wanda. I see you over here. Who else we got on here? You guys talk to me, right? So as we're doing this, right, I'm looking at this particular candle, okay? I'm looking at this particular candle right here. I love this stuff. And so as I'm looking at this particular candle, I want to zoom in and see, potentially, are there some entry points that I can get in, right? Because it's been a little bit choppy. I'm looking at the candle formations, right? But I'm also identifying areas that the market has taken off. So earlier, when I talked about we had a drop-based rally, I was literally telling you that, listen, this was a very idea demand zone right here as well. Simply meaning buyers love this area. They loved it. Now, let me zoom here because I believe we can find some more money because it looks like this candle is getting exhausted from the buyers. How do you know that? Because I can tell by that wick. So watch what I want to do, right? If this thing pans out right, I want to see, can I catch this going down? And so when you're scalping, one of the things that you're looking for is you're looking to see, can I short the market? Can I make money off the market? What is the market showcasing to me? That's one of the things that we're trying to find. So notice I got my button ready. I'm thinking back and forth. I don't want to go in too early, but I do want to be ready to execute. And so check this out. Here's another big zone right here as well. Now, this potentially was a reversal zone, meaning that there was a lot of selling going on. And guess what? We're right back at that zone. I just jumped into trade, folks. You guys see that? You say, Coach, how were you able to do that fast? I like that it was dropping, but I am still aware that it could reverse. So that's why I have my stop relatively close. Yeah. And I would like it to break this zone right here as well. Does everybody see it? I would like it to break the zone. So look at what happened. We had the sell zone. The market shifted right here. It shifted right here, shifted again. We're trying to see, can we get an impulse down to take some of this out? Or is this a fake and it shoots back up? I don't know the answer to that. But what I do know is I have a position in place and I have what I'm willing to risk. Does everybody understand this? So I'm doing exactly what my trading style is. I see a setup. I see a reversal. I see some confirmation. I take the trade. Well, Coach, you could be wrong. I could be right. I'm not married to the result. I'm married to the setup. If you're taking some notes, write that down, right? I'm married to the setup. When I see my setup, I take my setup each and every time. And Miss Victoria, she was talking about Kingdom Nomads. So here's what we've been working on, right? Because we've been doing Kingdom Digital Nomads, and so many people have been reaching out. And let me just kind of share my heart, right? My heart has been, whenever we started this movement, is we wanted people to be profitable. That's what we wanted. And we wanted to cast the net wide where a person can learn the skills of day trading so they can live life on purpose and build God's kingdom. And so as I was having this dialogue with my team, one thing that I asked myself was, if we were to solve a real major problem, one of the major problems is that people need to get some immediate money. And if they can get the immediate money, look at this, folks, it's going back and forth, then this would take care of their trading. So notice this right quick as well, right? I'm in the negative as we speak, minus 285, 290. And if I need to make this money, I'll start panicking, having heart preparations going on, all because I got to make the money. But what if you started your day and you were already up $100, $900, and you already made money automatically, made money while you were sleeping? You say, Coach, that sounds amazing. What if you made money while you were sleeping? And the way that you made money while you were sleeping was by sharing a video. You were pointing to a blueprint system that everybody could follow. You were online and somebody asked you for information and you just directed them to something that can show them how to make a profit. 5-step simple process. So in a nutshell, we have a mentor and I've witnessed this. So this one thing when you've read about somebody, no, I've witnessed this myself. Whenever she started her group, and this was months ago, she had a video of how she was hoping to just have 1,000 people, man. And they were celebrating that big win. We checked back as of last week. The group is at 27,500 people. And at least a handful of people in the group are multimillionaires. And a majority, and I'm going to say majority, a lot of people have made 6 figures using this system that she has in place. And the system is a push and play because we're getting to the digital phase right now where it's about automation. And so what blessed me the most is that I saw people that were able to actually change their lives. I saw someone that literally was thinking that they were going to have to go back to work, and they were worried about it. And they were praying about how money was going to come. And this system allowed them to make $50,000 in less than 7 weeks. How awesome is this? I saw a guy that was a welder and got laid off his job and was there for 10 years, was spending 16 hours a week from his family. And it got so bad that when he got laid off that he was having to live at temporary living and staying in shelters. And he started this journey in January, and he's already made over $150,000. So, Ms. Victoria, you and I will actually have a personal conversation. But if you want to get some more information, I'm going to go ahead and share the link with you guys, and I'll put it in the chat. And simply how this thing works, you put your link, we're going to send you an email, short video that you need to watch from my mentor, and it's going to walk you through a blueprint that you can put yourself in position to make $10,000 a month doing this system. Now, let me give you the pros and cons. Pros and cons is this. If you do absolutely nothing, nothing will happen. Has everybody heard what I just said? So this is not hocus pocus magic, and you don't have to do anything. You have to follow a system. But here's the great thing with this system. This is not network marketing. There's no monthly fees. You don't have to create emails. All of this stuff is done for you already. It is a push and play system. Let me just ask this question. If Starbucks were to come to you and say, listen, we have a proven strategy for coffee. If you follow the strategy and you do what you've been told, people will come and buy the coffee. Just by a raise of hands or 7 in the chat, or just say something to me. Would you take the coffee? Would you say, Starbucks, yes, I want to be a part of it? Yeah. Now, let me throw out this term, and I know everybody's busy, but do you have at least 2 hours to do activities that can drive people to your online store or storefront? Somebody talk to me. Can you do that? Now, I'll just share this with myself. I've recently started this journey about 12 days in, and I'm already up 200% on my investment. And I just have to say that because you can't just throw out numbers online, but 200%. And what I like about being 200%, not only am I up 200%, but I'm up 200%, and I'm going to be helping other people get above those numbers as well. So let me go here quickly and actually share the link. Okay. Like I mentioned over here, and I'm going to put this in the chat. You guys let me know. Take care, Miss Victoria. Yeah, so let's schedule a time to talk. I would love to talk. You and Miss Wanda, this is going to help so many people. So make sure you get this link. But I'm excited about this because this is going to help so many people. And please listen to me because I have students on here. This is not replacing day trading. This is in addition to, as the Bible mentions, we need to have not 7, but 8 streams of income. So I'm never just tied to one stream of income. Do you guys understand this? So as I'm looking at this, right, trading can have ups and downs. You can make a whole bunch of money, but guess what? You can lose money. So let's not just get caught up in saying, I just want to trade. Instead, let's not just trade. Let's make money in trading. Let's make money online. Let's just be a blessing across the board. And when one thing isn't working, no worries. Let's just go to the next one. We got a shout out to Sir Christopher. Thank you, Coach Brian. Absolutely, man. Thank you for joining. And I love this, folks, right? Because here's what I'm just basically telling with you guys. As I'm trading live right now, look at it, right? I'm down minus $10. It might drop. I don't know. And I showed you live money that was being made. I showed you guys live. And you know, I'm a prop firm guy, so I love to trade with the prop firm accounts. Again, you guys saw me this morning make roughly about $400 and something. Now think about this, but I actively have to look at the computer. Look at what's going on, folks. As this is happening, I still want to put myself in position to make money, although I'm still trading. Because here's the thing to it, right? Why not shoot to become a multi-millionaire? And how do you do that? You have multiple streams of money coming. So guess what, right? I'm just going to go ahead and lock in these profits. Let's see what we made this morning while you guys were live with me. Let me just adjust that. So yeah, we made $644 this morning. Let me just ask, is that pretty good? Would 644 help somebody? Now watch this. If I wanted to, I can shoot down to make more money. But just here's the reality, right? Somebody talk to me, right? As long as you're in the markets, you put yourself at risk. So here's what I want everybody to shift on is take your money and go away. That's it. And I'm not saying this is my goal. Normally I trade with more contracts, right? When you're live, you know what you really want to be smart because I think about I'm live right now and I do 10 contracts and that bad boy goes negative. That could be hard. But look at this, folks. Look at how I was trading and it literally almost hit this red line and it took off. Now, do you know how bad I would have felt, or embarrassed is a better word, that I'm telling you that, hey, I'm going to let it breathe and run. And I went from being up 200 and something dollars to now I'm down 400. Look at how quick that could have happened. And this is what happens in the markets. It's not taken away for the markets provide, but you got to be very realistic of what you're running into. And so here's what I'm just telling everybody, because we've been on here for about 38 minutes, is if you guys seriously want to learn how to make money online, please follow this system. This stuff is beautiful. I'm up 200%. Yesterday was my day 12, so I've gotten my investment back plus 200%. I'm up. Another thing that I love about it is in order for you to grow, you need community. And when I say community, I'm not just talking, you come there and you just randomly talk to people. I'm talking about live trainings that you can get plugged in, that you can see what people are saying, that you can ask a question and go to your calendar and set it up to say that I'm going to trainings this day and that day, that the people know me back and forth. And that's one thing that I'm seeing in this group. This has literally been a movement. There was an announcement that came out from my mentor in this organization. And if you don't know me, my name is Coach Brian King, Kingdom Day Traders. I'm a Kingdom guy. So I will not attach my name to anything that doesn't uplift God, that doesn't uplift people. What blessed me is less than 90 days, this organization did over $13 million. And that $13 million went into the pockets of the people that participated. And so if you guys are interested, we're going to put together a webinar. I'm going to see if I can actually find some more money on these charts. But we're going to put on a webinar and we're going to explain it. Make sure you first click the link so that way you can do your due diligence first. So everybody just put a 1 in the chat. So, I want you to do that first. And as you go to it, what's going to happen is you're going to put in your email. It's going to take you to a thank you screen. You're not going to see me talking. You're going to see Michelle talking, our mentor. And she's just going to highlight what this has done for her. Such a beautiful soul. And so once you go through that part, you go to the next part and you'll hear the story of my wife, Cindy. And you know what? Let me do this, though. I'm going to kind of walk you guys through this because is it okay if I kind of share it with you guys a little bit? And that way you can kind of see it live. I think that kind of helps out. So let me just pull up another screen. So I'm going to go to it. Bear with me, please. And I'm still here. And so let me share this tab instead. Are you guys looking at it? So just give me a 7 if you guys can start to see this. 7 if you can start to see my screen. Yeah, beautiful. So let's walk through what happens. So it says, discover how to start an online business with a proven blueprint. And you just put your email. Now, you got to forgive me. I got emails for days, right? I'm going to put our support email in. Yes, get my blueprint now. Check me out, please.
Congratulations for looking at the.
What happens right after is you see Michelle. So Michelle is the founder of this, and she's going to give you just a little bit of what's going on. What I like about it, if you listen to her, such a nice soul. She's from Kansas. I want to say mother of 6. And she tells you the story of how she got started and why. But what happens next is once you finish this, you can get and say, yes, I'm ready to have my successful online business. And so you know what I like about these, right? You got testimonials, and this stuff happens live. So they update it, and these are real people, folks. This stuff is not made up. This is real. So then you say, yes, I'm ready to have a successful online business.
All right. So today I'm going to show.
She talks again. You get to watch that video, but let's just go to our story, right? And so Miss Victoria's been with us for a while, and it starts with my wife, right? I love this picture. And so again, if you don't know us, right, you might think we're just some people on the internet that just started. That is not the case. We've ran a successful company. We've trained thousands of students. We have something called Kingdom Day Traders. But let's just look at some of the bullet points. So the first bullet point we want to look at is generate full-time income online. Just put a yes if that's something that you would like to do. You want to be able to generate a full-time income. Somebody just talk to me, right? Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Work from anywhere, right? So let me just go ahead and share this tab instead. And I'm just doing this because sometimes it takes time for it to keep on moving back and forth. You guys let me know if you see the second screen. And so on this one, it shares my wife's story and it has the bullet points: generate full-time income online, work from anywhere, gain more freedom and time, work less, travel the world, impact lives worldwide. Guess what? We've been able to do that. And let's read this headline. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. Who likes that definition? Just talk back to me if you like that definition, because I love it. And then we share a little bit of our story. And so we're doing this all together. And I told Coach Cindy, I said, you know what? You're prettier than me. So I want to see your face out here. But here's our story. She says, growing up, I've always had a deep desire to help others and make an impactful, meaningful impact in the world. This passion led me to start Kingdom Day Traders, a company focused on empowering individuals to achieve financial independence through trading. But as we grew, I realized there was more I could do to help people live a life of freedom and purpose. As I embark on my journey of building an online business, I initially thought it would be easy. We had to learn. I had a fantastic product, but I lacked a system to plug my leads into. I struggled with marketing and piecing everything together. And for my business people, you can appreciate just somebody just being authentic and transparent. Without a solid system, starting a business from scratch became an overwhelming challenge. My passion for coaching had to take a back seat as I spent countless hours creating systems and marketing content. And so my wife, one of the coaches, but a lot of times you wanted to see her because she was spending the time working on the system. Let's keep it going. I felt the frustration and exhaustion of trying to do it all on my own. The dream of helping others seemed to drift further away as I boggled down into details. I longed for a solution that would allow me to focus on what truly mattered to me, coaching and making a difference in the lives of people. That's when I discovered something transformative, a system that not only worked for my business, but also could be a lifelong for others, called Kingdom Digital Nomads. With this new system, I was able to plug in and let the system do the work. Not only did I have an entirely new business, but I seamlessly integrated my existing business into the system. Now, if you're new to entrepreneurship or seeking ways to streamline your existing business from a proven system that eliminates guesswork. So look at this mission that we're on, and it just builds on what we have already. Our mission is simple yet profound: empowering individuals to forge their own economic path through digital entrepreneurship, bringing resources to stay-at-home parents, exhausted entrepreneurs, and those trying to make ends meet. I know you're somewhere in that definition. Our mission is to create meaningful opportunities by existing you in achieving independence and making a lasting kingdom impact. I believe in the power of digital entrepreneurship to transform lives. With Kingdom Digital Nomads, we're building a community, like-minded individuals who have a passion to make a difference. Whether you're a stay-at-home parent looking to contribute financially to your family, an employee seeking a more fulfilling career, or someone trying to achieve financial freedom, we're here to support you every step of the way. Now, folks, I didn't plan on talking about this. Again, we just had a student that asked, but is it okay if I'm transparent? Because at the end of the day, I want to see you guys winning. If we're not winning and you're not winning, I feel like I'm not winning. And so let me just kind of just give you the space that we're in. And this is an opportune time. I wish that I could have started YouTube when YouTube was brand new. I remember years ago, this is when my son was probably 8 or 9 years old. He loved weightlifting. We had a 25-pound dumbbell, and he was actually able to pick it up as a kid. And he was doing push-ups and everything, skinny as a chicken with a bird chest. And he got over 40,000 views. He went viral. Yes. And so even today, he can look at his old video and say, wow, that was the time to get on YouTube. That was the time to really build up. And I'm not saying that you can't do it now, but YouTube at that time took off. And now YouTube is making billions. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Billions. People that's showing up, doing what I'm doing right now. I'm live. I'm teaching people about trading, getting some coaching going on. And you guys are seeing this happen on YouTube. Matter of fact, I watch YouTube and YouTube TV more than I watch the actual news. There's people that I follow. But we're in the digital phase, and we're in the digital age as well. So the reason I say this, and Michelle talks about this as well, in 2019, this space was worth $980 million, which is very substantial. As it speaks today, digital products will be sold, and daily it does 1.5 billion with a capital B. By 2017, it's predicted to go to 3 to 7 billion per day. Now, let me just ask everybody, would you like to get a piece of the pie? I'll raise my hands, both of them, and say yes. So here's what we're doing. We're not just going to limit everybody to day trading and saying, if you don't want to day trade, we don't want to deal with you. And we've never said that. But what we do want to do is we want to cast the nets wide. And we want to reach out to entrepreneurs. We want to reach out to people that would love to do stuff online. We want to reach out to people that say, you know what, Brian, I would love to do stuff like that. I went to Seattle. I sat down with one of our students named Earl. And Earl jumped on, man. Earl's on board. Earl is amazing. And we laughed and we joked. And here's what's crazy. Earl already does videos already. And I said, Earl, keep doing what you're doing. Let's go on this journey together. We have another student that jumped on, Jay. He said, Coach, I'm ready. And I'm not going to share their stories or what their why is because that's up to them. But let's just say they got to the place that they want to make an impact. There's personal things that they need to take care of. There's personal things that I want to take care of. But let me just be selfish a little bit. My selfish reason for this is that I want to get thousands and thousands of testimonials of people that have been attached to me that are winning. That's what I want to do. Yep. I want people that say, hey, I know Coach Brian King and their organization, and I love what they do. I like what they stand for. And because these people are authentic, because they serve their people well, I want to be a part of that community. I want it to get to the point that you have no debt. I want it to get to the point that you really can start to trade well and watch The Secret, Miss Wanda and Miss Victoria and Christopher and everybody else watching, because now you're trading from abundance. You already have made the money. Notice the market has went up and down. I think it's shooting up right now. I didn't feel like I missed anything because I already made $600 and some for the day. I did it live with you guys. Now let's go create some activity to generate more revenue coming in. Just imagine, somebody just track with me on this one. You wake up and you see a text that says $900 sale just came through. $600 sale just came through. $300 sale just came due. $100 sale just came through. How awesome would that be? All for things that you didn't actually do. You sent an email out, the system sold itself, and all you did was just direct people to get information. So folks, if you're interested in that, let me just go ahead and share that link one more time. Again, what I shared with you is that you put your email in. There's going to be a video of Miss Michelle popping up over there, our mentor. Watch the videos, just follow the steps. And once you're ready to join, simple. Yes, I'm ready to join. I'll get a notification, reach out to me, and then we're going to put you in our group because we're going to have a subgroup that's getting created for Kingdom Digital Nomads, right? And so in this group, we're going to be Kingdom. But how awesome is it if I'm Kingdom, but I can actually go over the blueprint with you and we get better together? Anybody like that idea? Here's another thing, and then I'll end with this one. Once you get paid, you get 100% of the profits. Let me say it again because you thought I was stuttering. You get 100% of the profits. And the reason I can say that is because they don't make money off of you selling the profits. They make money on the technology. Think about where I'm going with this one. Does it cost you anything to watch YouTube? No. But there's ads running in the background. Does it cost anything to jump on Facebook? No. You've been on Facebook for a long time, but Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company. Type a yes if you believe me. So yes, it's free to the end user, But to the people that have businesses, they're marketing, they're paying for ads, so on and so forth. So again, I'm not going to explain everything. You don't have to understand exactly how an engine works to drive the car. You just got to know how to turn that ignition and put that foot on the pedal and use the brake. Does that make sense? So, folks, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Hopefully, you had an amazing time. In this live, I showed you how I view the markets. You saw me win 2 trades, take a loss, and then make some more money back. And then I'm done for the day. So do me a favor, be blessed on purpose. Hopefully you appreciated this recap. And if you look at this timestamp, 52 minutes, and I made $600 and something, and I didn't have to speak to anybody. This is just one of the skills. Skill number 2 is going to be the business that I'm about to do with Kingdom Digital Nomads. This weekend, I just came back from Seattle. Guess what? I got paid for coaching. They flew me out there. Great organization. I serve people in a trading space. And guess what? We got paid. Watch this. My wife flew up on Saturday. After we finished work, we then drove to Vancouver. Beautiful. That's where we met at. That's where the love romance started. We spent time with friends and family. Great memories. We drove back Monday morning, caught a flight. We're back in Texas. Why am I sharing this with you? The Kingdom Digital Nomadic lifestyle allows us not to be limited. But the Bible says that your gifts will make room for you and put you before great people. I've seen the skills that I've developed over time open doors. And so my hope for you is you take time to learn the skills. You take time to learn and earn. And with that being said, be blessed on purpose. M3, mindset, multiplication, and management. It's been Coach Brian King. Cheers and God bless. Thank you.